Bam! So it starts off with your boy Dushane getting released from jail. You know he an all-star, man like Ashley Waters. He deserve it, let's give him his flowers. The man like Wisdom's on the way to pick him up from jail. Clocks that the little bro is in the boot, hiding away. Kicks him out because he ain't got no money for petty. But then clocks he can't leave in car. He's in the middle of nowhere. Not like that. Got to the jail now, man like Dushane gets released. He's screwing car, he wasn't expecting no one to be there, but he's happy still. No one's there. They don't really specify how long he was in jail for, but you can tell they're happy to see him, you get me? So they head back to the ends, stop for a little J on the way. 2-2 now, man starts asking questions about the hood, checking if his sneaky links been linking next man and that. So they make their way back to the hood in the K-Reg jalopy. Back in the ends, they start talking about what they're gonna do for money now he's home.
Your way of making money ain't the way that I wanna make my dough, blood, you know what I'm saying?
Alright.
Yeah?
Alright. What business, man, yeah?
I mean, I ain't going back to jail, bruv, and the way you make money.
For real, you can stack some shelves, innit, like? Make some dough.
You're not funny, just stop. Just stop, man. You're making a fool out of yourself. You're not funny. You're not funny, just chill.
Man, you don't take the piss.
Give me a bell on Monday, yeah? When you need a job, I'll give you a job, lad. I'll hook you up.
You can't fam. You know you cannot make it.
And like Wise starts to banter Dushane because he wants to do the legit thing, but Dushane's not hearing it. You really gotta watch the friends you got. Any man that wants to laugh at you for getting off the road is an idiot. So they buck up on some traffic.
Just put it into that space.
Alright, blood, come on, I got places to go, man.
So Dushane's in a rush to get to his sneaky link. So he pressures Wise to reverse the motor. Don starts hyping about he's been driving for 12 years, but still manages to crash.
Are you fucking blind? You can't see me.
I crashed.
You crashed? How are you coming fast?
The car belongs to some guy named Godfrey. And my man, I don't know if he's younger Goku or what, but my man just appears out of nowhere, hyping. The van man dips out ever so quickly. Godfrey saying he needs £60 for the damages. £60 back then was a lot, you know. I'm not even gonna lie. Obviously, right nowadays, £60 don't even last for 2 minutes. But yeah, this guy just keeps respawning. Now he's back with the dog on Volts. So they cut out to drop off younger Bullet Boy. We get introduced to Dushane's mum, who's preparing a little welcome home party for man. Character played by Claire Perkins. She an all-star. So Dushane makes it to his sneaky link. So they're at Wise's house with his girlfriend, Shay.
Look at it. Looks scatty, that. I like it this way.
Yeah?
So she says the bed's scatty, but she don't mind getting slammed up against the wall in next man's yard. Make it make sense. So Dushane kind of underperforms.
Big man thing, yeah? It's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good.
So Shay complains about the quickness.
Are you taking a risk?
No.
Why you fucking coming fast?
Whole time I'm sitting there thinking that tune in the background's fire. But my Shazam weren't Shazamming, so guess God knows what tune it is.
She still loves you, but she loves the long. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So where do we go from here? It's a mess. It's all a dilemma. What do we do?
Scatty, that.
Now he's got that post-nut clarity. My man's chilling with Wise in the front room. Wise starts acting up, pulls out a mask, shows him that, yeah, he's been looking after it while my man was in jail. But because my man's not really on the road thing no more, he's kind of like, yo, hold it down, innit? Mummy Bullet stressing out car. She put on this party and all now Dushane ain't come home. Uncle Errol from Youngers is in it as well.
Oh, backside.
He seems to be Mummy Bullet's boyfriend. People start to complain about the food, but man like Dushane don't look like he's coming home anytime soon. He's at the motive doing that fresh home vibe, showing love to people he ain't seen in a minute, hugs and kisses and all of that. Meanwhile, Wise is at the pool table getting pressured because of what happened with him and Godfrey earlier on.
Why? Do I know you? Do I fucking know you?
What do you mean, what's that supposed to mean, blood? Just calm yourself, man.
Wise calls Dushane outside because he's tired of being a victim and says he's got a glad, so he's not having it.
Godfrey's been saying I'm a pussy. I need to do something about it.
Just kick back, man. Go finish your drink and enjoy yourself, rude boy. What's wrong with you?
Somehow he convinces Dushane to glide, so they pull up outside Godfrey's yard and wait for him to come out. They catch him slipping, see him walking the dog, and decide to jump out on him. They pull up on him by the canal, and man has a weird conversation, I'm not gonna lie. A little bit zesty, if you get what I'm saying.
Apologize about that little madness earlier, innit? Yeah. Yeah, man. Stroke it, dog.
Wallahi you are gay. Wallahi you are gay.
Stroke my dog. Yeah, Yeah, man, let me stroke your dog. It's a leg off on boy.
Yeah? Yeah? Yeah?
After the booting, man like Dushane finally goes home to see that there was a party here that he didn't make it to. He goes into his room and hides the machine in his sock drawer. He doesn't know, but the little bro's watching him while he's hiding it away. He feels kind of bad, so he wakes up in the morning, does a little cleaning for the mumsy and that. Mummy Bullet comes in and starts to cuss him about not coming home last night. He tells her that he was with his girlfriend, but she's not really trying to air it.
I'm not allowed to go out with my girlfriend. I want to see Shay, innit? What?
Well, you couldn't come in here for 10 minutes? You couldn't just come and say hello?
So while they're arguing about not coming home, little bro's in the bedroom fastening up himself with the gun in the drawer and that. Curiosity killed the cat, but obviously Dushane makes it up with Mummy Bullet and they're cool. They share a little brotherly love moment. Little bro's bantering Dushane about working in McDonald's and stacking shelves. It's funny how many haters there are in this film still. Like, my man's just trying to be positive. Dushane clocks that my man's been in his sock drawer and touched the gun. So he gives him a little scuffle up and tells him don't touch it. Little bro shows him a better hiding space and pulls out the mash from the mattress. He's late for school. Now we get to meet his little hood rat friends. You know, the ones there, the little bad influence. It's funny, this film's kind of sick, they parallel both of their lives. So you get to see what happens from both sides of the coin. Man like Dushane's at probation now and he's getting heated because he didn't make it to probation. She tells him if he don't behave himself, he could possibly get a recall, go back to jail. So my man comes up with an idea to go and visit his op, even though them man booted at his dog yesterday. Didn't make no sense, but I guess he's just trying to clear the air, stay out of trouble.
Talking about that. Blood, chill. I ain't gonna come with no man. I'm on my own, everything. You get me? At the end of the day, I just come to talk to man about the madness. Is...
Do you think that's necessary?
It come like man's taking my pussy or something.
But you're taking it the wrong way, innit?
How you mean, blood? You are the ones what started it.
Blood, don't put me in the same category as that.
Both you was there.
Blood, that's...
Really and truly, I kind of understand both perspectives. Like, my man didn't really do much, he was just backing his friend. But at the same time, if man just gave him the £60, this could have all been squared up easy. Wouldn't have to gone this far. But I guess there's no going back. Gives him a freak little handshake. Seems like it's cool, but we know how this thing goes. Ain't really cool. So we bought man like Dushane on another sneaky link. This time at the ice rink. Boy, that brought back some memories, but I remember the one in Streatham. But yeah, back on track. So these men said they're not happy with how it's gone down and decide to go and mash up my man's car. They say, yeah, fuck it. Gliding time, you see me? Godfrey and his boy come through with baseball bats and do a number on the car. Wisdom comes back from the shop and sees the damage done to his car. Dushane and Shay get back to the block and are chilling on the end. Man said Motorola flip phone, you know. Look at the swag. That vintage tech fleece. I don't know if he's mashing weights because he's getting ready to beef or like this is how he deals with stress. But yeah, man like Godfrey's turned out the beef and he said he ain't letting this one slide.
Just testing out the engine and that, you get me? Just testing it out, just making sure it's warm.
What you saying, blood? Blood didn't tell you that you're dead, blood. Remember, fucking dead.
Oh, scary! Oh, shiver my timbers! Shut up!
My man must have really needed that £60 car. All now he ain't fixed the windmill, got all the duct tape on the side and that. Wisdom calls Dushane, gives him the drop, tells him that them man came round, smashed up the whip, threatening to kill him and that. So they're saying that they got to plan a little glide. So he's explaining to Shay what happened.
I had the argument with one don the other day, I had to clap him, fam.
Shay's not happy because my man said he's going to change his life since he's coming home from jail and all that. He's doing different, but supposedly Shane owes Wisdom his life for some stuff that happened back in the day. They don't really mention it, but Dushane saying he has to glide. Bullet Boy Jr. and his hood rat friend find Godfrey's dog in the canal and start throwing stones at it. Innocent children's game, I guess, but they don't understand the seriousness of what's going on. So Dushane finally gets to Wisdom. He gives him the gun and tells him that man don't owe him nothing no more for This is the last time. He's trying to change his life. Stop bringing me back. This is the last time. You get it? You know the ones there, like, man, when you're loyal to your family and your friends. So it's kind of one of them things where it's just like blind faith. Bullet Boy Jr. and his friend are in the park. Meanwhile, Dushane and Wisdom are gliding on the bus. Funny, cause the car's all smashed up. Bullet Boy Jr.'s hood that friend is smoking weed. How old are these kids? It's mad. These men are gliding, broad dating, break into the yard. Wisdom breaks into Godfrey's house and goes lurking, trying to find anyone involved in their little situation. Shane waits nervously outside while Wisdom walks into the house. He spots Godfrey and shoots, but this brother, I swear to you, this guy must be from Namek or something, because every single time, this guy just be respawning, just disappearing. They run away from Godfrey's house.
Blood, it was all dark in there, man.
Oh my days! Allow it! Don't chat to me! You said what? Villain! You were on some joke thing! Listen!
You know this on my fucking face, innit?
No, I'm sorry, man. But don't worry, man, can deal with that.
I have to get out of here, man. Blood, man has to get out of here, bro.
Blood, I ain't leaving the manor. I don't know nowhere else. I ain't got nowhere else.
This is just a place, rude boy. Oh, fuck it, I'm gone, man. I can't keep explaining this shit to you, man.
Hey, listen, take this. You might need it.
Dushane takes back his gun and heads home. They share a little moment, but understand the situation's peak right now. Dushane gets home and sees Uncle Errol's over for dinner. Cause the ends is frying right now. He doesn't really want to be at home and trying to get out. But Mummy Bullet's not trying to hear it. She's complaining, saying that Dushane needs to spend more time with the family. But he's got to sort out this problem with Wisdom and Godfrey. Uncle Errol tries to do the manly thing and speak to him as a man, but he's not really trying to hear that either. Uncle Errol tells him that he knows about him and Godfrey's beef and tells him that he needs to wisen up and become a man and start acting like a boy. He cuts out and goes to Shay's house and gives her the update on what's been going on. Shay's not too impressed and kind of gives him that this shit again look. You can tell she's kind of had enough and sees it as Dushane is not changing, especially from all the promises he's already been making.
You are a failure! You are a failure!
Bullet Boy Jr. is at home playing Tekken 4, legendary game I might add, but yeah. So Dushane makes it over to this house. Yeah, like Jamie Winston opens the door. You know she's an all-star, always playing that Badina. But today it looks like she's playing the stash house. My man goes to get some more bells.
How much for these then?
Meanwhile, Bullet Boy Jr. is at home just playing with the mash, casually just walking around the yard. Look, my man's even got it tucked in the back pocket like on some G shit, ready to do the cowboy Wild Wild West thing, you get me? It's a bit loose to have the burner that you just used on a booting at your yard, but oh look, took the words straight out of my mouth. Imagine.
Bedroom 1 secure! Bring her out now! Move! Move!
Where's my boys?
Bring her out now!
Put your hands interlocking on top of your head and turn around. Good.
Curtis!
Now we're going into the front room. Come with me.
Curtis!
Move.
Is there anything in this room we should know about?
What are you talking about,
Is there anything in this room we should know about?
No, man, I don't know what you're talking about.
So the police arrive at Dushane's house because of all the stuff that's been going on in the hood. They arrest him and take him to a police station and search the house and look for the so-called gun. It's funny because when I watched this part, I was at peak. He didn't have enough time to get the gun out. He wasn't expecting it. Like, I really thought it was done for Dushane at this point. But, you know, gotta keep your head up, stay strong. No comment all the way. You never know what could happen.
What's your name, please?
Mister.
But the police coming straight from the underground. So they hold on to Dushane for a little while longer while they process. But it looks like they're going to have to let him go because they ain't got no information on him. Bullet Boy Jr. is at home and his hood rat friend turns up and asks him to play out. He's moving a bit iffy because of the current situation, but eventually lets him in. So the gun just reappears by mistake or accident, I don't know, but Bullet Boy Jr. pulls out the gun and is showing off to his friend.
Bro, it's like how big the bullets is, man. Then I get shot. No, don't, seriously. Seriously, don't. No, I'm only joking, man.
So even though he knows how serious the situation is right now, he still proceeds to show his friend the gun. Being as curious as he is, it was only a matter of time before they end up shooting the gun, shooting animals. They take it to a park and have fun and end up playing cops and robbers.
18, 19, 20. I'm coming. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you. Rio!
Big 4-4,
Yeah?
no safety, pussy.
Yeah?
Big 4-4,
Yeah?
no safety, pussy. Yeah?
The game of cops and robbers turns left when Bullet Boy Jr. shoots his friend. I'm guessing he was shook to go home, but when he finally does, his mum already knows about it.
I've had a phone call from Rio's dad. Come here.
Still in shock, this scene's a bit of an emotional climax because of they don't explain if his hood rat friend is dead. They just say that she's had a coup and everyone's all tearful. So the next day, they go to Rio, his hood rat friend's house, to apologize and make everything right.
I'm sorry.
My boy's in hospital. You nearly kill him.
Oh, so he didn't die. That's good. But the way how they're trying to pressure my man, it's like hood rat friend was an angel, but really and truly, he was the bad influence. Smoking weed, popping guns at animals.
I want to talk to you outside.
So Dushane, fresh out again, gets released from the police station. Doesn't look like he's in too much problems, but then he has to go home and face the music. When he gets home, he's met by an angry and emotional mummy Bullet, who decides to kick him out.
When they fixed the door, they changed the lock. I've left a bag on your bed. I want you to take the bag, and I want you to go.
What are you trying to say, Mum?
Put the key back through the letterbox.
Why are you doing this? What have I done?
I'm doing it because I need to give Curtis a chance, okay? That's what I need to do.
Then? What? You don't want me around Curtis no more, nah? You little baby. You should have said that earlier. Should have said it when I was taking him to school or buying him trainers, wiping his nose. Yeah, go and leave the bad breed hair, innit? Leave me.
Can't you see?
I'm saying.
Can't you see what I'm saying?
Nah, you flop.
Can't you bloody see? Curtis nearly killed Rio. You might as well have put the bloody thing in his hand.
Trust is peak. It's a deep scene. I feel it for him though. Cause really and truly, my man was on a positive vibe. Like he didn't really want the passer. He was on a sneaky link there, sneaky link here. You know the ones there. Man came out of jail and didn't really want no problems. Obviously he's gone to his girlfriend Shay's house now and she's in a similar set of mood as everybody else and kind of saying I've had enough of your bullshit and I don't really want you around no more. So everyone's kind of leave it on Dushane's plate to kind of figure it out right now. He goes over to Wisdom's house to find that the door's already open. It seems that someone's broken in, so Dushane takes his time when he walks into the house. He checks the first room and then he checks the second room. When he gets to the second room, he realised that man like Wise has been slumped over, been got by the other side. Bit of a peak moment to find him like that, but obviously that's the door that he was knocking on. Do you get what I'm saying? It's a shame he didn't follow the positive vibes that Dushane was on. Maybe they could have made it out of the hood. But who knows? Bullet Boy Jr. goes to the hospital to check on his boy, make sure he's not dead. You know the ones there like, this is a little nice little scene. I'm happy my man didn't die.
Did you lock the door? Come in then, sit down, man.
Bullet Boy Jr. goes home after the hospital and shares a little brotherly moment with Dushane. It's peak because he's got to move up. They chill on the balcony and reminisce.
Go to the shop for me, yeah? Get me a kebab with chips. Get yourself whatever you want.
Can I keep the change?
Yeah, go on.
To save feelings and that, he sends his little bro to the shop to leave when he's not about. You know, kind of save little man from the hurt. But it's a bit of a peak ending. So Dushane tries to leave the ends. A couple goons pull up on Static. See that Prada hat had the ends in a headlock. Anybody that thought they were somebody had that hat. What, the beef is frying and you're letting man go on the phone in front of you like that? Not the blue silk do-rag. I'm not gonna lie, he didn't clock quick enough for me. Little man gets back from kebab to find out that his bro's not about, he's not there. We come to the end of the movie and we see man like Dushane on the ground, filled up with lead. We get a last little scene with the mums. She has to identify the body in that. It's a bit peak, a bit of a mad ending. Didn't expect it. Little bro's out there in the lift. Made it seem like he was gonna glide, but you know he's not built like that. But yeah, wherever the gun was hid, he went to go get it. You know the ones there, my man threw it in the river. I give this one a 9 out of 10. It's a powerful depiction of life in the hood, especially because this film was filmed before black British media really had an identity. I consider this a pioneering piece in the British film industry. Directed by Sol Dib, this film goes down as a top tier watch. The film has aged well. Filmed in 2004, it's approaching its 20-year anniversary. Ashley Waters, Dushane, Asher D, however you know him, he bodies this role. Happy to see that his journey has developed into what we see now on TV. He definitely deserves his flowers. If you've never seen this one, would definitely recommend a one watch. Definitely a nostalgic feeling watching this, the lingo, the swag. My one critic is the flow of the film. I couldn't tell if this was one day or it happened over a week or a couple of days, but that's just me being OCD. But overall, 9 out of 10, go have a watch. Yeah, so this is just the first episode in the series of Netflix and Bill, presented to you by Lighter Teeth. Look out for more coming.